Want to know how to study Chinese characters? Well, I'm here in Tianjin, China with my friend Erin. Hi, Erin.
Hi.
And we're going to share with you a bit of our experience studying Chinese characters because they're hard. By the way, my name is Kwadwo. I'm creator here at elementarychinese.com, where I make weekly videos for you expats living in China so you can learn the day-to-day Chinese you need to get what you want. If you need more content from me, consider subscribing. Wow. So, Erin,
Yes.
How long have you been studying Chinese?
I've been studying for probably 6.5 years.
6.5 years.
Maybe 7. I've lost count.
Characters are really difficult. How did you learn?
The first year I lived in China, I discovered memrise.com, which is also now an app. I found like the easiest elementary course, like menu Chinese or survival Chinese, and just started studying and learning to read basic characters like beef noodles and left and right.
If you haven't figured it out yet, characters suck because the sound, you can't tell from the writing of the character what the sound is. So you just have to rote memorization style, write them out and out. How many times did you write characters?
When I started, I didn't write characters at all.
Don't do that. So what did you do?
So using Memrise,
Okay.
You're introduced to a new word and you're introduced to pinyin, to character meaning, and to character. And oftentimes you study those three things separately.
Okay.
And you create some sort of device, either a mnemonic device or some other picture device, to connect that character to some sort of meaning that you already have, to build your schema, to understand what that is. So to build off of what you already know, a mnemonic device is some sort of word connection that helps you remember something else. Like, I'm a music teacher, so to learn the names of the line notes on the treble clef, you know, every good boy does fine.
So name the lines now, every good boy does find time to begin.
That's a mnemonic device.
Or every good boy deserves fudge.
Yes.
That's a mnemonic device.
Every good burger deserves fries.
Great, cool,
Yes.
great, we got it, mnemonic.
So some sort of
I did it the old school way, which is I wrote the Chinese characters out on a piece of paper like 20, 30 times a piece. One thing that worked really well for me is as I wrote the characters, say after 15 times, I started covering up the characters so I couldn't see what I was writing before. That way I'm making sure it's imprinted on my brain. And I'm not cheating by looking at the previous characters I wrote.
something I've discovered in order to learn how to write them in addition to read them is in China on Taobao you can get like a scroll for writing characters that has like just the character boxes, and you can write on them with a brush and water. It stays on there for a little amount of time and then it disappears. So it has that similar impact of not seeing any more the characters that you're just learning to write, so you can remember them more easily.
Okay.
But also it's really fun.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I always feel really fancy when I'm writing with a brush. I feel very ancient, like I'm engaging in Chinese culture. And
Ninja tip, or maybe Kung Fu tip, because we're in China, not Japan, would be to get some cool Chinese music, play that so you're all zen while you're writing the characters and you'll remember it better.
And also, this has helped my calligraphy. I have many Chinese friends who have told me that I have very good calligraphy with a brush because of all the time I've spent
Okay.
writing characters
All right.
on erase board.
How many characters do you know?
I have no idea. As far as reading, it could be anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000. It might be more than that. I've never sat down to really keep track. If we're talking HSK level, I know most of the HSK 4
That's a lot.
character level.
Okay.
I can write from memory 5, 6, 700. I don't know how many.
Have you heard of Anki?
I have, but I've not used it.
Okay, I use that for learning. It's like flashcards. And you talked about spaced repetition. Anki does that, and I actually found a deck that was like the 500 most frequently or commonly occurring characters, and then from 500 to 1,000, I just kind of methodically went through. This music is annoying. Let's take care of that one moment really quick. That's better. No music. It's always so loud here in China.
So true. Another thing that I do to study characters is whenever I'm in a taxi or on a bus or walking around, I'll look on the signs for characters that I recognize and try and remember how to read them.
Shameless self-promotion moment, but on WeChat in a group that I manage, it's called Scavenger Hunts. And what we do is every week I put a new character into the group, and everyone in the group looks for that character on signs. And when you find the character on a sign, you know, you take out your phone and you take a picture of that character like that, ka-ching, and you put it into the group. And some of us translate that character, and so what happens is it just helps our awareness of the characters around us increase. And that's important, because you'll get to China if you're not here already, and the characters are so foreign that the temptation is to kind of shut your brain off and just not pay attention. And like Erin just said, you really need to pay attention to what you're looking at so you can learn. If you want to get into that group, contact me on WeChat right there. Another way that I learn Chinese is by reading books. There's books that have pinyin in them. It's the romanization of Chinese sound. It's letters for Chinese sounds above or below the characters. What, have I not been here for 10 years? But the problem with reading those kind of books is that they tend to be for kids. I found this book series called Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's actually Chineseified, so it's a Chinese kid going through Chinese school, and it starts with very simple language from when he's in preschool, and it goes to more complicated language when he's in 6th grade, and it was fun because I could see the pinyin and I could ask my tutor about what the characters meant that I didn't understand.
The first book I ever read in Chinese was a graded Chinese reader from the Chinese Breeze series, I think.
Okay. Brie like cheese?
Breeze, like a wind.
Okay.
Feng. I got it in a digital version from Amazon. The first book that I read only used about 300 different characters. The story was also really interesting. It was like a murder mystery. I felt really amazing and accomplished after I finished this whole story. As you learn more and more characters, there's like 500 character books and 800 character books.
So I'm gonna link that book up in the description if you want to look at it and see what other people said about it. Question of the day. What is your favorite way to learn Chinese characters? Leave a comment. I want to hear. It matters, and I'm gonna help some other people learn too. I'm Kwadwo, this is Erin. If you like this video, like it, subscribe if you want more content from me. We're here at elementarychinese.com. Good study, day up. And that is how we finish a video.